What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to Spiritual X-Men Experiences. It's your boy X. Wakanda forever. Oh yeah, don't mind that. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. I'm good, y'all. Just protecting my skin, you know. How y'all doing? Hope you're enjoying Memorial Day. I mean, for the most part. Thank you to all who have served. Yeah, my battle buddies. What's up, y'all? What's up, my battle buddies? And my condolences to anybody that has lost anyone in the line of service. That includes military, police officers, firefighters, doctors, nurses, engineers, you know. It's all a line of service. The spirit live on, living it up in the other plane, you know. What's up, Sag? How y'all doing, Sag? How you doing? How you doing? A little bit in your head, but not too much. Just a little bit, you know. But like it's definitely dwindling. Had a lot on your mind, but it's dwindling off. Like it's just, you know, not heavy thought energy, but just thinking about some stuff. Maybe reviewing, I don't know, just thinking about some stuff. Not too much though. It's not like it's a constant like, oh, you know, worry or anything like that. It's just, you know, little thought bubbles pop up in your head. Little thought bubbles. Oh, did I take mine? I did not. Haha. No wonder my voice is a little cracky. Hey man, don't mind it. Don't mind it. Don't mind it at all. Okay, cards. Can we cooperate? One more shuffle. We're going to get on in your read. End of May, beginning June. All right, Spirit on allow the divine only to come on through. Appreciate it. Oh, okay. Is this upright or... We'll see. First card got that came out is the adding cross. It's 2. Came in reverse. 2, that's that reflection number right there. Getting crossroads, cross path. Oh, well, that's why you were in your thoughts. Okay, so the end of May. Yeah, you was at a crossroad, had to decide on something, a direction. This could relate to, I feel like that one to come out up. This last card. Oh, that feels better. I'm gonna put my cards up here because it's like bird poopy down there. At a crossroads towards the end of May or with May, I feel like you're coming out of that crossroad place for the end of May going into June, but for the beginning you're definitely at a crossroads. That's why. So it's just, you know, some lingering thoughts, not necessarily getting tying up of loose ends. So to speak. And I need a little organization. whatever it is, it definitely turned to gold. The gold is standing out. What is going on? Never shuffled that way before. Alrighty. But whatever it is, it definitely turned to gold. The stone is coming out. I feel like it was more so at, you felt as if you were at hard rock between the stone. You know, not really being able to move. But like either direction. You saw the negative aspects of both of the directions you wanted to go in. I feel like it's something personal, but it was that is what you weighed out. Oh, okay. Page of Swords and Magicians. But yeah, you cut that out though. It wasn't necessarily, at first you were focused really heavy on it, but as you did move through your masculine side, you know, all those thoughts and thinking, and you came to like a realization like, okay, well, you can't focus on that, although, you know, to look at the possibility of, you know, the different ways for various outcomes of how something can go, with a mixed emotions of how it should go, how you wanted it to go. You were just, I feel like it was, you didn't want to make the wrong step. You didn't want to have no more tower moments. You didn't want to accidentally create more karma, so to speak. You just wanted to do the right thing. You wanted to make sure you were still going to stay on, you know, your path of the highest good. So you were pretty stressed, like in your head mentally though, because I mean, God knows what's going to happen regardless, and you know, whatever step we take was meant to be taken. But really in your head, because you really just didn't want to make the wrong move. That's what I'm getting. So that's why it was very heavy. But through that reflection, kind of came to, you didn't come to realize that alone, and it's not that you never knew it, but really truly embracing that concept of, well, everything is meant to happen the way it's supposed to happen. And I feel like it was really embracing, especially with the Magician card being very vividly pointed out as I started shuffling on this card itself. You know, I'm shuffling for, you know, to clarify the fact of that it was, you know, you really truly started to embrace that concept, like wholeheartedly. And that is what really started the trickle down process of releasing a lot of the tension, a lot of the stress, being able to move forward fluidly and effortlessly. And, you know, I feel like it's just a little residual. That's why it's not really like lingering thoughts. Like you not that you're worried, but when it does come up, or if something reminds you of it, you're just like, well, you know, let go and let God. That's what's up. I dig that. That's exactly what we have to do. Let go and let God. And I know it's definitely easier said than done, but you know, sometimes it is that faking it till you make it. You know, I feel like it was definitely done before, and you were just like, okay, justice. It was definitely done before, and if you tell yourself something long enough, you'll eventually get to the point or place where you fully embrace it. And then at that point, it becomes, you know, a part of you. Kind of like, not tunnel vision, but you know how it is when you're driving and you're not necessarily thinking about where you're going, but you know where you got to go, and you just drive, and then you're like, I didn't think about it at all getting to where it is that I had to go. It's like that. That's where I feel like you're if you're not there now, that's where your energy is moving into. Like you're there. You're there. It's just finishing up to get to that point where it's on auto drive. I like that. I like that. But it definitely turned to gold. You definitely did some reflection, and I feel like you did it based off of you and what it is that you want, what it is that you need, how to manifest your happiness without others, without the hearsay, she say. And it's not that you didn't want to take advice from others or anything else, but I feel like if you were getting outside, advice or opinions or influences, you listen to them like, okay, I'll take that into account. I'll take that into account, whether it was regardless of what side it was on for you to move, but you really, truly, you took it all into account, and then you weighed it with what it is that I need and what I want. And I feel like, the advice was more so help you along the way as far as like the approach or the movement or how to correctly go about things, without generating, more karma or anything else, because there's definitely a karma clearing for the month of May. And because you were clearing it out, and Spirit was helping clear all that out, you just didn't want to screw that up. So it was definitely adhering to advice and like, okay, well, now I got this, I have this, I can do all of this, so now what is the best approach for me personally? That's what's up. I like that, Sag. Okay, next we have the Serpent. That did come on reverse, but I turned it upright. Haha! Well, look at that. And at the bottom of the deck is the Death card. Okay, so you may be connected with Scorpio, may have Scorpio in your chart. But with the Serpent, I feel like it's the Serpent. You're balancing. You're finding that sweet balance between the light and the dark. Because if you look at this card, okay, I'm still shuffling. Why am I still shuffling? If you look at the card, you have one snake going towards, like, that one is dark and that one is light, but that's light and then that's dark. So it's definitely balancing the extremes of both ends. But when you do that, you come in the middle, because you can't, if you're holding a stick and you're trying to balance it, you can't hold it from one end, you can't hold it from the other end. There's going to be more weight on one or the other, and more firm on one or the other. So it's being in that middle. And there's an eye in there in the middle. There's a little eye in the middle. But you definitely, that looks like an E. Energy. And it's the sun, and then right in the middle is the sun. That's that good balance. That's that good harmony. And then even better, that helps set a stable foundation. And it's balanced, which is so cool, because it's number 46, which 4 is foundations and 6 is balance. You add it together, which you have 10 completions. So you definitely completed the cycle. You definitely ended a way of being, is what I'm getting. You definitely ended a way of being, not being too far on one end of the spectrum and not being too far on the other. It's being in that middle. I'm seeing like a rainbow, and a rainbow holds the primary colors, and then within the rainbow there's like many different shades. I'm seeing like a prism, not a prison, but a prism. Like, so and the light shines through, and it just has the different rays, even the colors that we can't necessarily see. And I feel like some of those invisible colors are starting to be seen. Maybe having some more gifts come online. I'm getting aura. When you start to read people's auras, that's awesome. That is awesome. Why am I shuffling? Next out, it was the Upper World. I love that blue though, because that blue is amazing. The Upper World. Oh yeah, I like the scenery. Ain't it nice? But I don't know. It was the blue, and then the blue. I had to share it with y'all. Definitely going to a 5D state, but also a balance 5D. You're balancing. You're in that 4D where it's the mixture of the 3D and the mixture of the 5D, and through that you're headed towards the upper world. That's what I feel like is going into June, and it's perfect because it's the card that's in the middle. So the end of May was definitely balancing, clearing the karmas, crossroads, making a decision, making a choice, and moving into the upper world. But you are protected. Oh, ho, ho, look at that. That came out, the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles came out with that one. That is hot. Oh yeah, definitely seeing some things coming into fruition. Wisdom, guidance. That is a beautiful owl. That is a beautiful owl. It's like why did Frozen just click in my head? I'm sorry, one of our friends is do you want to build a snowman just about to in my head because it has little looks like little snowflakes. I love that movie. I really do. I love that movie. All off is dope. But it's a very peaceful energy, energetic, peaceful, light. You're definitely seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Something is coming towards you. You're getting a lot of insight. A lot of insight. Is that the tree of life? Dude, that's the tree of life back there. Oh, this card is amazing. This card is amazing. Clouds, water, air signs, water signs. I have air, but water in your chart. But with air and water, it's combining. Oh, air representing, that of thoughts and logic, and water representing emotions and passion. And I know fire represents passion, but I'm getting passion. I'm going with what I'm getting in. And it's finding that balance between it all. And this is beautiful, and the card is in the middle. So it's definitely a change and the completing of a cycle. Number 59, 14. And is that 5? Oh, well, yeah, definitely some changes. Getting some changes coming on in, some changes coming on through. It was a big change with the Ace of Pentacles sticking right here. It was a big change. Not necessarily saying that it was something, but like it's a change that's coming that was resistant, but not intentionally being resistant. It was okay, that makes sense. Your thoughts were making you resist or become stagnant, but it wasn't anything, intentional. It was something you were trying to work out, you were trying to work through, and like you thought you had to go about it in a logical way, or the things that you went about a logical way, you actually had to be emotional, and the things you went about emotional, you had to be illogical. So it's that balancing of that spectrum, of that single ray, and not being, I say it's just one, but not being too far into one or the other. And it's actually going about things with both and not just one or the other. Not feeling like you have to, okay, well now I have to just be completely masculine. Okay, well now I have to be completely feminine. It's being able to mix them both together and let it move fluidly and effortlessly. And I feel like June is definitely going to be the turning point where that is going to become permanently a part of you, and easier than what you honestly think it is. A lot easier. because next out we have the medicine wheel, and it's in reverse, which is telling me that it's more, are you trying to figure out how to combine all of these, how to go about it? It's nothing that's going to necessarily need to be figured out. It's just going to happen. Let the wheel just turn, because you trying to turn, which I get it. You know, you're not trying to. You didn't been through some stuff, and you ain't trying to go back. So, you know, sometimes you gotta be like, let go and let God. You know, Jesus take the wheel, and literally let Him take the wheel. Don't say Jesus take the wheel, and then you still got your hands on the bottom part of the wheel. You know. See, in the Knight of Wands in reverse, it just blew over from the wind. Yeah, you know, you want to move stuff and go in quickly, move stuff passionately, but it's, you know, just letting, okay, divine timing. There it is. Thank you, Spirit, for helping me out with that. Getting guidance from the ancestral realm, from the spirit world, spending time in nature. Oh yeah, and with the fact that, you know, June is the official month of summer. You know, June 21st, summer solstice. Official month of summer. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Beautiful days are coming. Beautiful days are ahead of you. Grounding, creativity, purity, passion, conquering of the shadow side, conquering of old karmic debts and wounds and 3D wounds and hurts, and that's what's up. With 3, there's card number 35, 3 being the Trinity, mind, body, and soul. Amen. Claim the blood of Jesus on that. Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Or, you know, whoever's watching. But it was a little bit of masculine energy. So, you know, those thoughts. And so, okay, you just feel like, you know, hey, you know what? I'm just going to claim the blood of Jesus on it. Hey, go ahead and do it. Y'all know I say Jesus and God, but, you know, whether it's source, spirit, Gaia, whatever noun you choose to use that works and suits for you, use it in place of mine. And 35, 3 plus 5 is 8. Okay, so you have a stable foundation coming in 2 major aspects of your life. 3 of Cups. Oh, you got some choices. But the 2 of Cups. It's going to bring changes. Alrighty. Going to have opportunities. I don't feel like it's with the 2 of Cups next day. I feel like they kind of want me to pair it to the Ace of Pentacles. 3D choices, so job, career, maybe destinations to move, live, visit, travel, purchases. Because, I mean, in this card, they're happy, they're content, you know, they're happy with the cup that they have, and you definitely being at peace and happy with what it is that you have, what it is that, you know, you've been able to experience and come into, and the opportunities that you do foresee for yourself for the near future and what's coming into play. But just know that whatever it is that you do choose, however it is that you do go, you're going to get your 2 of Cups. It's going to be fulfilling. It's going to be fulfilling. It's going to have a sense of reciprocity. Like you're not, with the 4 of Cups coming out in reverse, you're not just staring at the cup and, you know, hoping and wishing it's going to be fulfilled. It's actually being content with what you have. And not just, you know, dreaming about things, and you're actually making tangible steps, tangible efforts, well, not necessarily tangible, but, you know, moving towards Make an effort, make a movement towards what it is that you want, what it is that you see for you in your life. Which and turns it to the infinity symbol. And that's how we have to move about life, every day. I mean, yeah, we're going to have, those storms, those times, those things that come about that, try to, tip us sideways and on the left. But it's getting back on there, recalibrating, getting a little tune up, and checking out the tire pressure and everything, and getting the tires rotated. Coming out of that hangman energy, that goes right along with that. The next we have the Jaguar. Why did Mowgli just come into my head? The Jungle Book. All right, Spirit. What lesson we about to learn from the Jungle Book? Okay. The main lesson from the Jungle Book was that although the humans try to tell Mowgli, well, no, you're a human. No, he was like, yeah, I'm a human, yes. And I realized that before he he ignored it completely. He realized that, what? I am a man cub, I am, what you guys are, but my truth, how I was raised was this way, and he had to learn how to combine the both of them to find his real truth. And he realized that by doing that, he became the magician. Like he started walking in his authentic truth, his authentic self, through combining both of the concepts. He wasn't an animal, but he understood them. He loved his family. He loved being where it is that he was, but he also knew that he couldn't do the things necessarily that they did, or the way that they did it. He had to do it the way that he had to do it, the way that he had to go about it. I'm getting, is that Shine Down, Second Chance? Is that Shine Down, Second Chance? Sometimes saying goodbye, sometimes moving on, going about your own way, your own path, and figuring things out for yourself, even though, others may be saying, well, no, do it this way, I'd have been there, or do this, or do that, and that brings it back to here. It's really heeding that advice, as well as finding the advice from those who truly do understand you, or understand both aspects of you. Because Majira, who was the Jaguar in the Jungle Book, he knew what Mowgli was. He knew exactly what Mowgli was. He knew he was a man cub, but he also knew that, okay, he is a part of the animal kingdom. He is a part of my essential family, my extended family, and it was, if you really watch the movie, especially the new one, it was hard for Bagheera to really let Mowgli go and be hard on him. He had to give him that tough love. He had to be like a mother and a father to him. He had to, not necessarily you need a mother and a father, but he had to do that for him so that he could become what it is that he became. Watcher and guardian of the jungle through being a man, because if he was an animal, he wouldn't be able to save all his family, the ones that he grew up around, and knew that where it is that he belonged, regardless of, they teased him and kicked him out and all this other stuff, but it was out of fear. They didn't, it was like, okay, now you realize that you're a man cub, then you brought fire in here, and and although you were trying to do the right thing, like you broke some of the jungle rules, so now you got to get the boots. And then he learned some hard lessons, and through his path and journey of being lost, he was like, okay. And then he was around the humans, and he was like, okay, well, I could do this. And then some stuff he was like, no, that's not cool. Through that whole process, through that whole journey, he ended up combining the two and being able to be accepted into both worlds. That's awesome. So it's definitely a lot of reflection. And with that, 28 10 completions, but I feel like that's what's going into June. This is all June energy right here. Whatever this last step is, this decision. Oh no! Hold on. Okay. Oh yeah. Page of Swords. Cutting out some toxic, negative things out of your life. Maybe cutting cords with, I won't necessarily say toxic or negative, but doing what's best for you. And by doing that, you have to cut the cords. With the Queen of Cups, you're not, it's going to have an emotional effect, but it's not detrimental. Because the Queen of Cups, sometimes she could be overly emotional, do a little bit of harsh things, but with the Page of Swords in combination with the Queen of Cups, it's realizing you have to release some emotions in order to do what's best for you. I like that. The Ace of Swords in reverse. That's over the Page of Swords. Then we have the Four of Wands. So whatever cutting out of this is going to bring a stable, a passionate foundation moving forward. In whatever aspect of your life this applies. I feel like I'm definitely picking up on multiple aspects. So not just romance, but other areas of your life. It could be newfound hobbies, newfound skill sets, gifts, talents, career. Yeah. Page of Cups in reverse. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay, definitely an offer coming in. It's a page. And with the Seven of Pentacles, with that patience with this offer. Page of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles, patience. So I feel like you're trying to, you're going to get some insight, some clarity, but Spirit's asking that you still remain patient. And that goes all, ties in all together, taking the wheel and all that good stuff. Yeah, for the overall energy. Make sure that's supposed to be, I feel like it's supposed to be upright. It came out kind of, really, Spirit? Okay. We have the King of Cups with the Ten of Wands, finding emotional fulfillment through letting some things go. Okay. This could involve family, could involve close friends. So we have the Seven of Swords with the Six of Wands. We have the Ten of Cups in reverse with the Star. You can let go of some family, close friends, acquaintances, but for you, for what it is that you need to do. Oh, well, that explains what's going on over there. Okay. To get to where it is that you need to go, to be the star, to fully shine through and see your potential, or because of things that happened in the past that had burdens, it brought this Ten of Cups in reverse energy along with the Seven of Swords. There was some hurtful things, some things that happened, but it's going to come out with the Star. And the Nine of Swords in reverse. Oh yeah, dropping some burdens. Strength in reverse. It was tiresome. Went through a lot. You have the strength to keep going. That's what's clarifying the Star. The Seven of Cups over the Nine of Swords. There's a little confusion. I won't say chaos, but it's going to be some confusion. It's going to be a little bit of obstacles, but you're going to be all right. You're going to be able to make it through. You think that you don't have the strength for it, but you do. Whose clarifying strength is the World. Cancer energy, or by the next moon phase, things will definitely be coming into light that you may not have seen or known before. Get this calling you to. Don't have Cancer in your chart, or if you might have Cancer in your chart, check that out. But definitely to be able to embrace your different facets of yourself. Find the moon, please. And taking a leap of faith. Definitely taking a leap of faith moving forward. But it's definitely it's gonna cause for the more empathetic side of you through whatever this obstacle, this change agent is going to be, which was Scorpio, and then the Death card being shown. So yeah, it's definitely going to be some changes, and it might seem a little bit turbulent. You might feel like you don't have the strength or endurance to keep going, but you do. You know, you're going to become a little weary, but I feel like you're definitely going to have support. You're going to have support. Oh, well, that's what the Cancer is. Okay, you're going to have some support, some nourishment that's going to help you keep moving to be able to take this leap of faith. All right, let's go ahead. Let's see. Just these cards want to keep blowing away. Happy I have sanitizer. Go ahead and put these back in here, and let's see what we have moving forward into the extended read. So these are raining. I felt a little sprinkle of moisture. I am right by the water. Shuffle. A little more shuffling in here. That's a good read. I like that, Sag. Go ahead, Sag. Go ahead, Sag. I'm also getting communication. It's definitely changing how you communicate, how you go about things. From a communicational standpoint, that's not a word, it's a word today. Some good etymology going on. It's not etymology, but paraphrasing the word, etymology. The study of creating words. Learn that in philosophy. They're like, what? But that is true. People create words on a day-to-day basis. Otherwise, we wouldn't have the words that we do have. Like week. All right. So divine only come through. What we have for Sag going to the extended. We have Saint Germain. Lady Portia. Well, these cards are reversed. Just, shuffle. Comes out the way it comes out. Okay. Alrighty. Let me draw 4. Okay, cool beans. We have Saint Germain. Releasing karma. Lady Portia. Divine Order. I love when Spirit does this. The Holy Spirit. Expect miracles. And Bridget. Inner strength. Well, if that doesn't just summarize that up nicely together, make it all cohesive. So, in the extended version, we're going to get on here and dive all up in this. And get the healing and the tools from my Sag 2, to move forward, to see through this little change agent you got going on, taking place. It's going to help you truly know that you have the strength to get through, and the strength to keep going, and the strength to get through it. All right, y'all. Catch this in the upper room. The instructions for the extended versions are down below in the drop box. And I'm going to get out of here. Peace, gel, and hair grease.